I have some advice for Ben Shapiro. I actually have two pieces of advice, and it may seem like a little bit of a strange thing to offer him advice because a lot of people do not like this guy right now. But I'll offer him some advice for what it's worth. Um, from one non Jew to a Jew. First message, Ben Shapiro, is the first message is be humble. But the first thing I'd like to advise you for what it's worth is please teach the Ein Yaakov. And I'm going to get into this now. Teach the Ein Yaakov. And certainly he knows what that means. And if he doesn't, his rabbi knows what that means, which would seem like a very drastic turn in his content creation from his whole career in political commentary. But I would argue that he personally has a greater duty as an Orthodox Jew to uphold the sanctity of his religious convictions and covenant relationship with God than the defense of a specific political ideology. And I understand that he may view those two things as linked, but I would encourage him to try and separate them and see them for what they are. He needs to more fully embrace his faith, own up to the challenges and critiques of your position, both religious and political, and reveal and deepen your understanding of the tradition and own your identity more. If you're Jewish, totally great, man. Reveal the truth of your tradition even more. I think that it's going to be a really, really good thing. And I'm going to prove this to you because of what happened in South Korea and Japan, where 3 million copies of the Talmud were translated into Korean and Japanese. And the Talmud, incidentally, took up a very large, successful, according to Cambridge University, according to the whole New Yorker post done on it. I'll share all the resources in the show notes as well. So I would also encourage him to don't hide behind racism. I understand that there's, races go through challenges and everyone's all about race identity politics right now, but you specifically agreed with Candace Owens when it came to the destructive nature of political ideologies, which were the foundation of movements like Black Lives Matter. So don't be a hypocrite. Move past the identity politics and this, race baiting victimization. And second piece of advice, you need to go on Joe Rogan and you need to debate Dave Smith because you're in the crosshairs and you know it, and people, not literally the crosshairs. I'm sorry, that expression is just like a metaphor, and I don't mean to, people are very upset with you. May God protect all of us. I don't mean to advocate for anyone being in any crosshairs, literally, which unfortunately people are. So I don't advocate for any of that political violence and acts of assassination. So you have a lot of anger coming towards your direction, and you're the OG of come debate me, bro. And owning college students. It's kind of was like a really big deal at one point in your career. And you personally said on Joe Rogan that you would come back and debate someone on Joe Rogan. Joe said, hey, I'd really like for you to come debate someone about this whole subject of Israel and Palestine. And I don't really have all the resources and information in front of me right now. You sound very convincing. I'd love for you to debate someone. And he says, I'd be happy to. Dave Smith has been calling you out for a very long time. Joe Rogan loves him and has personally had him on his show to debate people about this exact subject. Incidentally, the debate was very popular and it could help you in your career, not just implode into like smoke and flames. Because right now, I mean, it doesn't seem like it seems like your career could use some help. And so don't be scared. Don't be weak. You may, you really kind of love debate. And so does Dave Smith. He's very popular. He's been calling for it for years. So go and debate, Zionism and the secular Zionist state of Israel with Dave Smith. And Dave Smith will probably make very easy work of you, unfortunately, for your political position. So, it really gets back to the basics with Ben, which is, hey, man, you may be wrong. You may have some errors in judgment with your political ideology. And so it's okay to admit that. And this is Tucker Carlson's whole position is he's like, hey man, it's okay to change. It's okay to be humble. It's okay to get things wrong. Tucker Carlson advocated for the Iraq war and all that stuff. And he hated people who questioned 9/11. And then he just did an entire series on questioning 9/11. And so it's like, it's about just that intellectual honesty, that curiosity, and that genuine humble spirit of saying, hey, let's debate the point. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're wrong, but either way, the temperature, it'd be better to fight ideas, let ideas fight. Who was that person who said, so that our ideas can die and not us? So our ideas can die and not us. What was that quote? The purpose of Alfred North Whitehead. Alfred North Whitehead. The purpose of thinking is to let the ideas die instead of us die. Right. So get on, Joe, and debate it. Praise God.